it's Adriana. I'm back. Black Girl Rising. Thank you so much for coming back and chatting with me for a bit. I'm going to try and make this video short, but I'm long-winded, so that happens. So I just want to remind you all, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, we'll get to it. So today I wanted to talk to you about Nipsey Hussle. Yeah, so some of you might not know. That's cool. I think you should look him up. He was a pretty amazing person. I talk about him like I knew him, but I did not. He was an American rapper, pretty dope. Like, he did a lot of stuff. I think he was born in like 85. I've done a lot of research, can you tell? So he had like a ton of albums come out. He had an album come out last year, Victory Lap. It was actually really dope. I've been listening to a lot of his music lately, and it's been really, really good. Yeah, and I wasn't listening to his music like just recently because he died. I've been listening to his music for years now, but not like years like a lot of other rap heads. That's cool. But I discovered him, yeah, I think around the time that he started dating Lauren London. So I want to talk to you a little bit about Nipsey, who he was as a man, Dr. Sebi, and what he was doing with kind of Dr. Sebi's legacy, and a little bit of conspiracy tin hat stuff. All right, cool. Nipsey Hussle, yeah, he, like, wicked rapper, doing his thing. He had like a foundation or a program. He had a program that was called Too Big to Fail. So what this program did was take inner city kids from LA, and kind of set them up into programs so that they would start to learn like technology and be up on the technology. And yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool, because some of the kids, or some of the people that are getting jobs in Silicon Valley, they've been doing technology and learning about technology for years and years and years. And some of these kids from LA, Crenshaw, Inglewood, Compton, like, they don't have those opportunities all the time, right? So Nipsey decided that he was going to do this. So he started this foundation, or this program, in February of last year. And part of it is, like, it's called STEM. So science, technology, engineering, and math. And he was taking these youth, and he was really like working with them and helping them understand like coding and how to build their own apps and how to do all this kind of stuff, it was pretty cool. He also had a store called the Marathon Store, and it's a retail space. And I just learned this, actually. It's the world's very first smart store. So you download an app before you get in the store, and whatever you purchase, all the content is integrated into the clothing. So when you walk into the store, you can put the app to the clothing you buy and listen to the content. So basically how he explained it, and this is all stuff coming from his own mouth, okay? So I'm not just trying to like, oh, this is what I think it is, or anything like that. No, I've been doing my research, I've watched interviews, and I've listened to what he has said, all right? One example was, so his album was coming out called the Victory Lap album. And if it came out on February 15th last year, 2018. And he said that from February 10th to the 16th, what I'm going to do is anybody that buys like a Crenshaw hat or a t-shirt or whatever, like something specific, then you would be able to get exclusive music for free, right? So I thought that was pretty cool. And he did this so that Apple and Spotify don't have the exclusive and to the music, and then it stays in the community. So I thought that was really cool. And some of the stuff that he's been doing is like legit just amazing, and it's pretty dope. Like, he's a dope dude. He was a businessman. He super funny. Like, I was just watching a video with him and his wife Lauren London, and Lauren London is an actress. She's amazing. Big up, props. Yeah, they were doing this like interview back and forth with each other, and it was so cute. And this was actually only a few weeks ago. There's so much more to go through, but I also want to talk about his death. So his death on March 31st was a tragedy, right? Like, there's nothing else that I can say. Like, it's really sad. At first, I was like, oh, that's too bad. But I knew right away in my head, I was thinking, oh my God, he probably died because he was doing a documentary about Dr. Sebi. He was a holistic doctor, and he died mysteriously as well. So, yeah, so we'll get into that though. So, unfortunately, when he was shot in front of his marathon store, there was a lot of people. So a lot of people kept saying, well, why didn't somebody shoot back, or why wasn't there anybody that was carrying or packing or whatever? And he actually employed a lot of people that were felons. So when you're a felon, there's things that you cannot have, right? Firearm is probably one of them. Yeah, firearm, drugs, whatever, right? Yeah. So if you think about it, like, nobody is around that has any kind of firearm, any kind of gun, nothing, because they're felons and they're doing their job, right? So that kind of made sense to me, but I was like, okay, it's still kind of messed up. And then when his brother found out, which was like right away, he jumped in his car and like drove to the spot, and he started doing CPR on his brother, on Nipsey. And Nipsey's brother's name is Samuel, and he was doing it at his best. And when the ambulance came, they had said, I guess there was something, the stuff that I was researching, it had said that he was, there was just a gunshot wound in his leg. And then when he was lifted up, they noticed that there was a gunshot wound to the back of his head. So, and that was what ultimately killed him. This is where the kind of conspiracy and stuff like that comes in, because it kind of trips me out a little bit. So, first of all, who is this Eric Holder person, right? Like, and how did he get that close to Nipsey? How did he, like, what happened, right? I don't think anybody will ever know exactly what had happened unless you see video footage or somebody had a body cam or something like that, right? But I don't know. So, so that's one. So who is this guy? The next one, right away they said that it was gang related. Really? It was gang related. Okay. So in how many years and how much time has to go on that we're told over and over and over again that any kind of black on black crime or anything like that is always gang related? Do you ever see like white folks and they, whatever goes on with them is gang related? Do you hear on the news, Latino, Mexican, any kind of like gang related? Do you ever hear white on white crime? Do you ever hear Mexican on Mexican crime? Do you ever, like, you don't hear any of this? So as soon as I heard it was gang related, right away I was like, bullshit. I called it bullshit. I don't believe that. Right away I was like, oh, he died because of Dr. Sebi, and that was it. A few weeks ago, he had done an interview with The Breakfast Club. He started talking about how he was doing a documentary about the trial that Dr. Sebi was going through, right? So that happened in 1995. I don't know if all of y'all are old enough for that, but I think I was in like high school maybe. maybe. So it was a federal case. He won the first one because they were basically saying that he wasn't practicing with a license. He wasn't doing the service that, like, he was just, the government essentially just said that he was fraud, and they didn't believe that he cured, let's see, the ailments. They said that he didn't cure AIDS, he didn't cure cancer, he didn't cure diabetes, he didn't cure sickle cell, he didn't cure blindness, he didn't cure lupus. So here's the thing, okay? He did. He did. We know this because they asked the courts asked him to provide 9 or 10 reports of him curing any of these illnesses, and he provided 77. I don't know about you, but I think that's pretty good, right? For somebody to do something like that. So, yeah. So Nipsey was saying that this is very important, and then he started talking about Dr. Sebi's murder, because that was murder too. He had said that I think he was asked, like, what happened to Dr. Sebi, and he's like, you know, why wouldn't they kill a holistic doctor? Kind of like along those lines. And it's because of money. Big pharma. There's no money in the cure for anything, right? So there's a lot of money in people being sick and having a lot of illness and inflammation and etc., etc., etc. There's a lot of money in that. Chemotherapy costs a lot of money. Cancer drugs, diabetes drugs, they cost a lot of money. So this man, Dr. Sebi, basically said, nah, that's BS. And he was curing people for a long time. Now his wife, Mrs. Dr. Sebi, said the exact same thing. I wanted to go back to Nipsey's death. So this Eric Holder person, what I thought was so weird was that, so Nipsey died on Sunday. Dude was caught on Tuesday. He had counsel by Thursday or Friday, one of the days. Counsel is Chris Darden. Now, if you don't know who Chris Darden is, I'll educate you for like a whole 2 seconds. So, okay, Chris Darden was the prosecutor in the O.J. Simpson case. He lost, so he's not like that good of a lawyer, but he would be better than me, so whatever. Yeah, when I saw the tape of him kind of like rocking back and forth and like unsure about, you know, like talking to his client, like it was just so awkward and weird. I was like, why would he take this case? Why? If this dude is supposed to be like a serious piece of shit and no money, no nothing, like why would he take this case? Why do you think that he would take this case? I don't know. A lot of this for me doesn't really add up. I'd like to know what you guys think and how it adds up or doesn't add up with Dr. Sebi. So this man was one of the healthiest people alive, let's say, okay? Because, I don't know, there's probably somebody super healthy in some country that is in a hut somewhere, right? So let's just say, for the sake of this video, that Dr. Sebi is one of the healthiest humans on earth, okay? So, he was, I guess he was arrested for money laundering. Listening to Mrs. Dr. Sebi, she had said, no, he was arrested for money laundering, and the money that he was receiving was his. It was all on the up and up, right? So then he was sent to jail. While he was in jail, in police custody, he died of pneumonia. Really? He died of pneumonia? This is a man that cured AIDS, cancer, diabetes, sickle cell, lupus, blindness. So you're telling me that this man died of pneumonia? I mean, it could potentially happen. I could be wrong. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I'm just saying, doesn't seem like right. So I'm just going to leave it there. That's it. That's my video. I hope it sparks some kind of interesting facts, or somebody comes at me and tells me that some of the stuff I'm saying is wrong. But I mean, I don't think so, because it was coming from the person's mouth. So yeah, I highly suggest that everybody watching, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, but also research some stuff, right? Look up information about Dr. Sebi. Look up information about having a lot more mucus in the body. How Mrs. Dr. Sebi is talking about, you know, you can't eat certain things and expect your body to be healthy. So I highly suggest looking that kind of information up. Please make sure that your information is correct by either getting it from the source, making sure that things are peer-reviewed, making sure that things are correct. You know, you can't always believe what Fox News says, but you can't always believe the internet, right? So question everything. Thank you. See you later. Bye. Have a good rest of your day, and thank you very much.